we have a massive new report that could be in the works right now that will send a former MVP and NBA champion to the Cavaliers in a straight-up deal and a blockbuster deal, splitting up the core four, but could lead the Cavs to complete their win-now situation that they are in. I'm Matt Palange with Cavs Digest, and we have huge news that a lot of Cavs fans have noticed on social media, and that's what I'm here to break down today. Thank you guys for joining me here. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button as you get these daily updates from rumors to trades to injuries to lineups to post-game thoughts. You get everything on Cavs Digest. We cover all things Cavs and we don't miss a thing. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But what is going on with the Cavs right now? This is unbelievable what we have just witnessed. It could be a straight-up deal. NBA agents are reporting, NBA front offices have discussed a potential Giannis for Evan Mobley swap. Oh my gosh, this changes everything, guys. This is huge. But there's a lot of things to break down here. Because it's not just getting Giannis. It's not just that. You are not just getting Giannis. You are also getting rid of Koby Altman just talked so highly about, a guy that is broken out and won Defensive Player of the Year at the age of 23. You're giving him in a straight-up swap. Because what we talked about is the second apron being a big thing limiting the Cavs, but they can make straight-up trades. Can the salary cap manage? I mean, okay, Evan Mobley has a $45 million cap hit due to his Defensive Player of the Year and stuff like that, so keep that in mind. There is a way that they can do this trade, so this is a possible swap. You actually can do this swap. I know the salary cap might seem like a thing now. Yes, they can't sign Giannis for a big-time extension, but they can get him. So this proves that the Cavs are in a win-now situation. They are the 1 seed. They do not want to blow everything up, but they can get that one final piece of physicality that could take them over the top. This is big news. Let's talk about how this trade will work. So obviously, you would be getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is a absolute monster. 2022 NBA champion, I believe. 2021 NBA championship against the Phoenix Suns. Finals MVP. This season, he just finished third in MVP. MVP came out yesterday. Congrats to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But this guy just came in third. He averaged 30 points, 12 rebounds. If you round up 7 to 6, 6.5 assists, a block, a steal. 3 turnovers is a little crazy, but for a guy that has the ball in his hands that much, with 60% from 3, and yes, he is not a developed 3-point shooter. And his height, doesn't show up, but he is like on the upwards of 6 foot. His last name's just too long. It won't pop up for some reason. But anyways, that is a superstar. We know Giannis is a superstar player. Just finished third in MVP. Has been the MVP talks every single year. Won back-to-back MVPs. Won an NBA championship. A finals MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo is an absolute monster. And we have been so negative about acquiring Giannis. Not because we don't want it. Because we can't do it. But now, if there is a swap for Evan Mobley, should we do it? Well, let's talk about Evan Mobley here. This guy just won Defensive Player of the Year at the age of 23. Upped his physicality a little bit. That was one thing I had. That was my biggest concern about him. I was worried about how physical he was going to be, and because he was really, really soft. Down low in the post, it looked like he was just getting bodied over and over every single play of his career. But he was a good shot blocker with good wingspan. He was a good help defender. It was just his low post defense, which he did improve. But in the playoffs, he ended up getting worse. Not worse at it. He ended up not being at that peak that he could be at, but he did improve in the regular season, which is why when Depoy, Evan Mobley is going to be the Cavs star if they keep him. 23 years old, Defensive Player of the Year. This guy is a phenomenal help defender, and he's learning how to stretch the floor, which I talked about in my draft video. I said, we need a guy that could stretch, and I compared one of the draft prospects as a shooter to Evan Mobley, someone who's streaky but can stretch the floor. I wish Mobley would do it more, but he can, and he's improving his jumper, which is why he's a better shooter than Giannis. Giannis can give you more volume, but Mobley might be more consistent. But let's talk about Evan Mobley on the offensive side of things, as much stats as we can give you guys. 37% from 3 is actually pretty good. Again, he doesn't shoot that many, so it's not like elite or anything, but 55% from the field compared to Giannis' 60, which is kind of disgusting considering he shoots so much. But Giannis is extremely consistent. He's 6'11", age 23, about to be 24. Can stretch the floor a little bit, obviously. He's just a lot less of a scorer than Giannis, but a lot of people are going to talk about the defense and the age. If you were to get rid of Evan Mobley, you would be taking a hit on age a little bit. We're not going to act like Giannis is an old guy, though. Yes, he was drafted in 2013. Of course, this is going to be his 13th, 12th NBA season, so he is getting on the upper age, but he's still a guy that just came third in MVP voting, averaging 30 points per game. This is a superstar who's super physical. The one thing the Cavs so desperately need is a superstar who's physical, and that's what they could be getting out of Mr. Giannis. But let's see what other fans are reacting. Here are 3 fans in the thread of this report. Here's the report. Here are the 3 thread. This is in the same thread. 3 fans. Shout out to these guys. They don't want it, but this guy was one of the top responses. Ed Brown was one of the top responses on this, and he loves it. And this comes down to the question of are these guys really in talks about getting him, or is this all just fake news? Are they even going to pull the trigger? Especially if you watch a video from me a couple days ago talking about the Cavs. It was Koby Altman's master plan about how he loves and he's not going to make any changes. He talked highly about Evan Mobley, how if you don't think this guy's going to keep breaking out, you're dumb. This guy's really it's so hard to think that this guy is willing to trade Evan Mobley in a straight up swap to Giannis. But who says no in that trade anyways? Do the Bucks say no? If someone says no, is it the Bucks or the Cavs? Because Evan Mobley's so young, and that gives the Bucks so much added youth and skill. But it gives the Cavs that one thing that we know they need is that physicality, and they get it from this guy. So that's what I'm so worried about right now, is can they even do this? And that would also brings the question, because if Evan Mobley were to be traded for Giannis, the one guy that was in the biggest question for the Cavs is Jarrett Allen. A lot of fans have been talking kind of negative about their thoughts on Jarrett Allen and if he should remain a Cleveland Cavalier, saying that he's not intimidating enough, he's not strong enough, he can't stretch the floor, and he doesn't play good perimeter defense at all. I showed you some of his effort, just his lack of effort in the playoffs specifically, and that's the one biggest thing, is playoff performances that matter so much. And yes, Giannis, since his championship, has been struggling to get to that Eastern Conference Finals, to that NBA Finals again, but this guy is a phenomenal playoff performer. This is him in Game 7, the year they beat the Harden and Kyrie-less Nets. This is the year he had a phenomenal Game 7. He was doing whatever he wanted with the ball. He was doing whatever he wanted. He took over. And if you remember in the NBA Finals, what was his stat line in that Game 7? 50 points. Yes, he had a lot of free throws, but this guy has been a proven phenomenal playoff performer, and that's what I think is so big, is because you can get away with Jarrett Allen, whether he's soft or not. You can get away with Jarrett Allen if you have a guy that's this physical, Giannis, running the 4, and you can get Mobley to be strong, or you can get Jarrett Allen at the center position. Yes, you will lose Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, that duo down low, but you get a guy that is a proven playoff performer. This is him this year, just getting buckets. No matter what happened with the Bucks at all, staring at the camera, I love that so much. Just no matter what happened with the Bucks at all, any year in the playoffs, Giannis showed up. And that's the biggest thing about what the Cavs need, is Donovan Mitchell shows up, but then he'll have one bad game and no one else will step up. If Giannis has a bad game, you have guys like Mitchell who can be off-ball players for Giannis and who can also take over. I would be terrified to play against Donovan Mitchell and Giannis Antetokounmpo in the same NBA game. I know a lot of people love Dame. I'm not the biggest Dame fan. I personally believe that Donovan Mitchell is a better second player to Giannis Antetokounmpo than Damian Lillard is. That's my opinion personally. You guys could disagree with that. That's how I feel. And of course, Darius Garland, if you just, now with Giannis being there, he would get less touches, so you don't have to worry about his inconsistent, streaky shooting, because he could go get you buckets, he can go get the ball, but what he could also do is shoot the ball. And that's what you can get out of him. You can get Giannis with great shooters. You get DeAndre Hunter at the 3, Donovan Mitchell at the 2, Darius Garland at the 1, and then Jarrett Allen at the 5. I wish we had a stretch big. I really do. I do. And that's why I wish that the Cavs were in the second apron, because they could easily, toss Jarrett Allen. Unfortunately, I love what Jarrett Allen's done for us, but I do not like his playoff performances. You could toss him, and then you could really just improve Mobley's game and let Mobley play the 5, Giannis play the 4, and then because Mobley could stretch out significantly better than Allen can. So they will not have a stretch 5. But guys, is this report real? Is there a way that the Cavaliers are actually willing to trade Mobley straight up for Giannis? And would you guys be okay with this? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for joining me at Cavs Digest. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Matt Palange, going to bring you guys more content. Me and Billy will push out content every single day for you guys. So go down to the subscribe button. Comment what you guys think about this. I am shocked that I heard this yesterday. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me.